Hello, and welcome back to more Standard on Arena with me, Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch. Today we're playing a very sweet deck, kind of a wild one. We'll see if it's any good. I'm curious to see how this plays out, but recently we played a red-green deck on stream. A red-green Delirium Self-Mill deck featuring a Draconautics Engineer and Afterburner Expert. Really sick combo where you activate your Engineer, right, the exhaust brings back your 4/2s, and the 4/2s all get haste. Really sick, really sick. I've decided to try out something a bit different though with this build, where we're playing Loot the Pathfinder. Loot the Pathfinder is really cool in this deck. It's another way to exhaust to bring back your Afterburner Experts. If you untap it with FOMO, you get to activate your loot twice in a turn, and you get to play Soul Cauldron as a way to exile your loots from the yard or exile your engineers from the yard and just get a lot of value going. It seems really cool to me. Very exciting stuff. I'm excited to give this a spin. I might just quickly add some Scavenging Oozes. Kind of surprised we're not playing any, considering all these Soul Cauldrons. Let's add a Scavenging Ooze main and a Scavenging Ooze sideboard real quick before we hop into some games. All right, let's get going. Yeah, I mean, this hand really wants to find a loot pretty badly. Anyway, you're hoping I'd forget the deck tech. ATSS. Good to see ya. All right, deploy the elf. Omen Hawker, oh my god. Oh my god, I do love an Omen Hawker. I kind of want this FOMO almost to like dig me towards some more good stuff. Draconautics Engineer gets to make a dragon pretty soon though. Do I want to bolt this Omen Hawker? I assume I kind of have to, right? Grab this FOMO. And let's remove this Omen Hawker. The question marks slowly disappear. This is an exclamation marks only stream. Cynical Loner, oh my god. They are doing some stuff over there. Is this a Glimmer? It is not, thank goodness. Let's fire off a FOMO. Get rid of a land. Probably get rid of this Shivan Reef. Well, maybe the Verge. Be fine. No, we already have a... Yeah, let's get rid of the Verge. FOMO's now enabled. Oh, I could just cast a second FOMO. It means playing out my Reef. And like discarding my Elf. I could also just play the Elf out. The Elves trade for the Loner, which is pretty nice. Although it's possible the Loner's just going to crew a vehicle. To enable it, which would be kind of sick. Alright, they anoint my FOMO, but there's another one where that came from. Oh no, there isn't another one where that came from anymore. They do have to exile one of their cards though. Ego Drain, not a card you see very often. Ooh, the Expert has arrived. Okay. I guess we'll just play this out. Do I attack with like one elf? Is that pretty safe? Feels like that's probably safe, but I really don't want them tapping this Loner. I assume the Loner's very important to whatever they're up to. Okay. Let's get in for 4, I suppose. I could pump now. I think I'd rather pump on their turn so both elves are threatening to block. Oh wait, it's 4 to pump it. Oh my god, I'm so silly. Learning new cards. Surely it's just a 2 mana 3 power beta. Surely there's nothing else going on. Although we could almost save this activation now in case we find a Dredger's in sight. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna do it. We have so many exhausts in the deck. Why not? All right, get in for 6. I want to just play out lands still. The FOMO gets to draw a card regardless, and the mana is like fine, I guess. If we draw a loot or Draconautics, we're gonna want all this mana. Okay. Very strange game. My opponent did not do very much. I also did not do very much. What are they up to? They have Omen Hawker in their deck, which is wild. You're going to be so insufferable at Afterburner Expert for the next 3 years. Honestly, valid. The card is sweet. Yeah, weird Reanimator deck. I'm going to bring in the second Ooze. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Don't really know much else that's going on, so I guess we just run it like this. Oh, could be Collector's Vault. Interesting. Do I want to bring in like the Haywire Mites? What would be over? Could trim on the bolts. Bring in some mites. You really like the stack? It's kind of a sweet one. Shout outs to my girlfriend for coming up with the idea. Alright, this is a mulligan. Oh, there are only sorceries. That's a good point. Didn't consider that. Ooh, we have the Soul Cauldron against my opponent's Reanimator strategy, so that has to be good. Do I get rid of FOMO, land, or insight? You need to go buy loots now. We'll see. We'll see if it's good. But maybe. Land? Yeah, I was kind of thinking land. Like, these are pretty good at finding land if we need it. Yeah, Sunfall plus Rip. I mean, white decks seem like a problem for this kind of deck. Definitely. Maybe we could have some Spell Pierces in our sideboard to help with that off our blue mana. Could be nice. Uh-oh. Wait, we have the torch. This is great. Use my mana. Soul Cauldron's so good against them that I almost just want to cast it. You could also just FOMO, discard FOMO, and that's fine. Well, there's a new starter kit for Final Fantasy. That's sweet. If I might discard FOMO, start putting counters on the FOMO, some pretty good pressure, honestly. Oh, that's the one we really wanted to discard, though. That's sad. Likeness Looter, sure. A little bit awkwardly, we don't want to activate the Soul Cauldron until the end of their turn. But I guess that's fine. We're just going to get it in play and feel pretty happy about that. Makes it hard for them to put much in their yard, and then our insight is threatening to find a loot or a Draconautics or a Ooze. Oh, they could have Spell Pierce. That would suck. Okay, they do not. There you go. We don't really want to hit either of the cards in our yard to grow our FOMO yet. Still kind of filling it. Alright, they draw and discard. discard a Valgavoth, I see. And play a Shelly. Okay. Shelly is quite terrifying. I think it's fair to say. Anyway. I could just play the Expert as a blocker for Shelly. Not terrible. The Dredger's Insight's so high upside. Well, this uses my mana really nicely. It makes the Insight potentially even more threatening next turn. Okay, they're going for an Ego Grip Train. That's really annoying. Losing this Dredger's Insight is actually a huge problem. We're really relying that to enable Delirium. And get some sweet activated abilities in the yard. But now they can't necessarily attack because we have a 5/3 on defense. Yeah, opponent just does not want to play against Soul Cauldron. Honestly valid. Yeah, Passage would get us Delirium, that's true. Opponent queued their Reanimator deck into our main deck Graveyard Hate. I go into the PT, sadly not. This one I am not qualified for. Yeah, why not? Seems reasonable. Interesting. Well, I could just cast my elf anyway. Casting the elf is basically like torching the firebrand, right? When you really think about it. What year is it? Yeah, I was kind of thinking that myself, honestly. I don't want an Insight. If we get a Vengevine in the yard, then Engineer next turn is like amazing. Oof, look at this go. There's an Afterburner. Get back an elf then, because we want the Afterburner in the yard. Good game has been called. Indeed, opponent, indeed. Just attack with R40. Seems great. Whilst opponent's getting mana screwed. Has the new queuing system made it more difficult to stay on the PT circuit? If so, what are your thoughts on the current system? I think it's a little bit harder to stay on the PT circuit than it used to be. I'm not sure if it's easier or harder to get there. I'm personally finding it a little bit harder, but I've only really started trying very recently, which, you know, is certainly affecting things a little bit. I don't know. An interesting question. My thoughts on the system are good, though. I don't know. Obviously, the system was a mess during the MPL era. And pretty much a mess during, like, the entirety of lockdown. And, you know, you could make arguments that the system's worse than before the MPL era. But it's still pretty good. Way better than it was for, like, you know, several years. So, hard to really complain too much. Deck title lies. This is Gruul Loot Cauldron. Hey, we literally have islands. Hey, Civ. Literally islands in our deck. What am I trimming? Maybe I just trim like a little bit of self-mill stuff. I don't know. They gain life though. I could trim an elf since they're just gonna die. I don't know. Trim a loot since it might be a bit overkill against my opponent's deck. Well, removal spell, blockers, nothing to do on one, unfortunately, but it seems fine. Start your engines. It gets double strike, what? Excuse me? Wait, I'm dying. This is bad. Do I think they can ever beat a 2/3, or am I killing this Slicer Goblin before I lose the game? Well, if I discard the Expert, I get to bring it back next time. That's pretty sick, honestly. Uh-oh. Oh boy, where's Pyroclasm? Where is Pyroclasm, I ask? Alright. Get back this Expert. Do you think the Gobbo's deck top 8's the PT? 0%. Although I would like it to. So, you know, make of that what you will. I'm not rooting against the Goblin's deck. Let it be known. As double strike. Right, yeah, whatever. Gara for the 35-month resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that support, Gara. Nice to see you. Oh, your next turn? What? Oh my god. Screaming Nemesis would be so sick, but I should probably just kill this Hordemaster, right? In that the card is literally unbeatable, apparently. And hope we can desperately block these 1/1s. Third Seer Slicer has arrived. Yeah. Wow. Just like nothing dies. Like killing the Draconautics so I can't get back my Vengevine. Yep. Oh, Quinn could like play goblins. That would be a bit surprising, but I guess it's not impossible. Maybe it's secretly good. Alright, now every goblin that hits my Nemesis kills a Seer Splicer. But also if they attack everything, I take 6, so, you know. Was he playing it in Moto Child? Oh, I didn't realize that. That's so sweet. I actually kind of love that. Excuse me? Here's I've died. On a good note, if we ever draw one of these Pyroclasms, the game is over on the spot. So that's nice. Interesting. Do I want Lithomantic Barrage? It kills Seer Splicer. And the 2-mana Lord. Completely ridiculous. But sure. Why not? The Menace 1-drop. True. Yeah, it's actually just kind of great, huh? Aw, thank you for that 4-month resub there, Moto. Appreciate the support. Heck yeah. Maybe I just want to take out all the loot stuff in this matchup. We just don't need to go very big, right? We can just bring in Scavenging Oozes, which are nice. Boarding in Scorching Spear. Ooh, what a hand. Wait. I mean, we can cast our 4/2 as a blocker, right? 1 damage. Oh, right. I didn't know that card, Kate. Thank you. We are boarding in Scorching Spear, yes. And it's going to be great. Let it be known. Wait, there is? People are like dissing the Final Fantasy stuff. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. It sounds sweet to me. I don't know. Please don't have a torch. God damn it. Rip. There's the Seer Splicer, and we have our Lithomantic Barrage ready. Let's go. Yeah, we'll get an insight. Ooh, let's go, loot. Okay. Opponent's like, what's happening? Why is there a loot? Cloud versus Sephiroth. Ooh, the classic. What does this do? Interesting. What a good draw. Nemesis seems very nice against them right now. This. Oh. That's also sweet. Wow, maybe Goblins is goated. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I guess I just block this and kill this. Oh, if I block 1/1s though, I get to pick off 2 1/1s. The 1/1s are kind of annoying. We'll probably get rid of the haste. Go on 20 somehow. Alright, cast my 2/2s. Hope they don't have a Lord. Oh, because they're going to get it back. Funny. Ooh. Do we just make a dragon or do we get down this friend? This seems like pretty hard for them to beat, right? Just playing our loot. Get in for 4. We did it. 2-0. 2-0 with Team Elite. Approaching the top 250.